Welcome to the Podcast. That's right, I said P.O.E, not PA, but P.O.E, P.O.E, providing official entertainment, providing official education for the people on Earth, and as we know, everybody on this planet, not from this planet. Tonight we have a great show. Isiah Pacheco, Chrisean Rock, Wack 100, Luce, and more. We won't just talk about it tonight. We've been doing the religious stuff. That's cool. Tonight we just going to break down for those that me said they just want to talk about some random things and they brand to go. So let's talk about it. Peace. See you soon. Woo! Yeah, see you in 30 seconds soon. That's what we talking about. You know? Yes. How do I look in this jacket? You guys like how I'm looking in this jacket? I'm being spiffy tonight. I'm feeling spiffy tonight, you know. Ain't too much going on. What's up? How was your day, Storm?
It was long.
Long?
Very long.
Pulled a double last night, huh? I heard you pulled a double last night this morning.
I have been up since yesterday morning.
Okay. I didn't think you were going to come in and do the podcast. I was already ready to rock to go. I had already.
No.
You know, we're going to always hold each other down when it need to be held down.
Facts.
But if we had more people.
And we stand on business. I was not letting a little bit of being sleep deprived.
Yeah, do your due diligence on your words. Due diligence. My favorite word is due diligence.
It is. I love that word. People should start applying it more to themselves.
I agree. I don't know. I was looking on. Hey, yo, man, shout out to Pop. He hit me, you know what I mean? He hit me, I hit him back. We conversating with each other, conversation's not a word. And I'm like, you know, I asked bro, I'm like, yo, what you think we should be talking about? So, you know, he was like, you know, you gotta get these dudes something to talk about. Like, you know, the Cat Williams is already gone. It's probably died out. He's like, yo, you gotta check out Chrisean Rock, you know, and that thing on her face. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Today we gonna make it a lively thing because most of the time I would be sitting here talking about.
Shout out, Dave is in the building.
Dave is in the building. Shout out to Dave. Peace and greetings and salvations. What I said salvation. Ain't that about
because
the bitch?
You read what he put.
Salutations. Salutations. Yeah, you know, shit.
Ese cup está bueno.
You know what they see.
It's a tipsy Tuesday.
Yeah. It's tipsy. This is $2 Tuesday. That means ladies already know what it is. And them dudes that work in construction and getting out of work, they know what their $2 Tuesdays is.
And it's well deserved after working a double and being up for more than 24 hours.
Especially after you coming off of Monday.
Oh my God.
You know, so. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about Chrisean Rock. We're going to definitely get into Pacheco. You know, he's
in fire.
He's on his way to his second Super Bowl.
And yes.
This is his second year, isn't it?
That's my point. That boy's in fire.
It feels like it's 3 years, but.
He's doing amazing. Shout out to you, Pop. You are exceeding expectations. Like, you set the bar and you keep pushing it higher and higher and higher and
definitely
going. And the fact that you are violent strong.
Violent, you know what she said?
Out.
You violent strong?
Yeah, violent
strong.
He's violent
strong.
You know?
I'll find this. Go ahead and put my country beat on. So, here we are. And as you see, I'm going to think, what should I put on here today? Look at Pop is in the building.
What's going on?
No, I don't mean that he's here in the building. This man got important things going on. But if he was in town, I definitely would shout out to Chris Wilson. You know, he was there for a lot of these kids, man, and helped them make it to where they needed to be. You know, Pop came out of what's that other league that they got? The Blitz League. He was out. He played in Blitz.
Yo no creo que fue Blitz.
Yeah, he played for Blitz. I don't know if he played for both teams. You know, I was gone, and when he was making his rounds, coming up through that, I was away. So, but I was just looking up some things. Said that he did play on the Blitz. I mean, I don't know if he played on Violent. The regular city team on 3rd Street. But, you know, he has a lot of people that were around him. You got to remember, he went through a lot. So, that's why we wanted to make sure we spoke on him first, because he's went through a lot of different things as a young man, as a child, becoming a young man.
And overcoming them.
And people got to remember, this is not something that you overcome in one moment. This is something that you have to overcome for the rest of your life, because you can't go back and rewind and stop time. You just have to deal with it. So he figured out a way to take all of his adversities and turn them into a strength.
Yeah.
And he has propelled it. So it's definitely
Shout out to him.
shout out to him. So let's see what we got for Pop today, man.
Doing his one,
Looking
two.
on some things. Let's see what this is about. Let me try and pull things up. Something to talk about, But check this out. See what y'all think about this, man. I had to cut that off a little bit.
Do you
Listen
think
to
the
this.
49ers can stop Isiah Pacheco? They really couldn't stop David Montgomery or Aaron Jones. You could argue that those teams should have fed the ball to those two running backs more. And if they had, they might have won. Here comes Isiah Pacheco, and he just got like 20 carries in the AFC Championship game. They're committed to using him. What do you think? Can they stop him?
This is going to be a huge challenge, right? Because he's 24. He's got the perfect running back build. He's 5'10". He's 216 pounds, so he's got pretty good heft. But he's also really fast, and yeah, he's good. He's really good. Now the question is this: sometimes Reed gets kind of like Kyle, and he gets a little pass happy. Isiah Pacheco only had 11 carries against the Raiders on Christmas night. Right. He had 15 carries against them right around Thanksgiving for 55 yards. I mean, you look at, he's had games where he was healthy where he had 8 carries, 13 carries. So sometimes they forget about Isiah Pacheco. They don't ride him. I mean, he's only had 20 carries in one game all year. So they don't use.
I gotta ask a question. Well, you can't even read the whatchamacallit for me. Oh my goodness, you just in the way, girl.
Pero cuando tiene un question.
Nah, you got. Hey, hola to everybody. Hola, yo, you already. Hey, Bilal, you see what it is? Evie, she in the building.
Hey, love.
Hey, love. Mo 3 times. I don't know where you at. Mo 3 times. You're supposed to be in here. Give me a call.
Dile, hey, because.
Y'all just seen Bilal. Listen, hey, by the way, I'll be shooting back down there, in the Carolinas real soon. We're gonna hit the north. We're gonna hit the south. Get up with the family, do some podcasting down there, chill out, and our thing is about going many different places, experiencing the people and where they're from and their dialogue of where they're from instead of, outside thoughts or whatever. But
and bringing you different flavors.
Yeah,
why not?
Like that. But what you think about him coming to the Eagles?
¿Quién?
Like, would you like to see Pacheco with the Eagles?
Because I am, and I bleed green. I do. I would like to see him with the Eagles, but the run that he's having right now with Kansas City, déjalo ahí. Let him make his shine. Let him do his thing.
I agree.
They work great, in my opinion.
As a volunteer,
as a unit,
as a boy, as a young man, older man
I would
for
love
violence.
to see him with the Eagles.
I would love to be able to.
I would love to see that.
You know what the South Jersey part of the Eagle fan base would do? The ticket rise if you got one of ours here. And we listen. Shout out to Cumberland County because we've had 7, 8
had a lot of them go.
different people within like the last 2 years or so who has actually made it out of here. So that just it just goes to show that people are watching you.
Yes.
So keep working hard, persevere, and
hard work pays off.
Right, true indeed. And like you said,
he's truly a definition of hard work paying off. He has.
You see all those pregnant pauses she does in her conversation?
Because I want to say the right word. He has like this oomph about him. I don't even know how to say it. Like, he just don't stop. There's no stopping him.
Listen, let's talk about it. That young man lost his brother and lost his sister within a year and 3 days apart from each other. He buried his sister and was at the game that night. We have so much that goes on around us in totality and as individuals, and we fall all the time. Liquor, drugs, the streets. We fall when things bad happen to us or happening to us. We use that as a excuse, I want to say, to have a case of the uppets. You know what I'm talking about. A case of the uppets. And he has shown and proven for our community. For our community, he has shown and proved that you can, if you're consistent, if you want something, you have a passion for it. You know, I haven't got to dissect that man's brain. One day I'll get to sit down and have a great conversation with him, hopefully. But until then, I just, from the outside looking, I'm going, I know where you come from. You know what I mean? Your mother, your father, like, you born and bred here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so to lose, but to still fight, to be in that quicksand, but you still fighting to get out that quicksand and keep pumping them legs and moving them arms until you branch out of it. Come on, man. That shows
absolutely
everybody from this town, in this area, who is going through something, who has lost somebody, who has fallen. You can get your ass up. Pull yourself up by the britches, because you can do it if you stay focused.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And I hate when people be like, yeah, but he went through that, and that's why. No, that's his story, not your story. Use his story as a reference to why you can keep it going. You don't got to do football. You know what I mean? You don't got to do sports.
Dave said number 10 reminds me of Eric Dickerson in running style.
Exceptional.
Quick feet.
Eric Dickerson was that guy. Eric Dickerson played on. Hey, Dave, what team was he on? Wasn't that the Colts?
I know you're not about to.
I think the Colts or the Rams. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Please tell me, hey Dave, where were they playing at? Eric Dickerson played for a few teams before he went, but what was his major team? Please tell me.
Let us know.
We need to know. We need to know right now.
The Rams.
The Rams. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He was on the Rams. What's his number? 29? I don't know. Him saying that makes me automatically think, about Eric Dickerson.
Hey, what's going on? Flashback in the building.
Oh, Flash in the building. Shout out to you, Flash.
He was also a good basketball player. He had the opportunity to coach in community basketball.
Who had the opportunity to coach in community basketball? Are we back on Eric Dickerson or are we on Pacheco?
No say.
Oh yeah, because I'm not sure who he's. Like I said, I was out there. I was one of the people that was going through adversity, and I just said, okay. So I was gone for a long time. I was playing. I don't even. Anyway, you know what? Let's just get back to some country sounds. This is what I call it country.
You have a clip for us?
A clip? Which clip?
To play for the Pacheco.
For Pacheco, let's see what we got in here for Pacheco. Man, let me see what I pulled up thus far. Let's see. Let me jump over here to the window. Let me jump right here to this window. Let me see what I got for Pacheco up here. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just finish out what old bro was saying here and listen to what they were talking about. Come on.
Who's him?
Yeah, last week. Yesterday. He had 24 carries yesterday.
We had 24 yesterday.
24.
But in the regular season, he had 20 against the Jets in first week in October. That was the only 20 carry game he had the entire time. Now he's had 220 carry games in the playoffs.
Yeah, but also I'm more concerned about that. That's the trend now, how they're playing now.
2.8 a carry, though, is what he got against Baltimore. So I'll take 2.8 a carry.
Baltimore. The Niners have a run defense issue.
I know. So, I think it's going to be a challenge. I don't think he's as big a challenge as Gibbs or Montgomery, Jones. Those guys were hot. Gibbs is incredibly fast. Montgomery's even more powerful. But he's like a combo. He's like a cross
Pacheco from Violent. We don't care what you're talking about. Jersey
he's going to be a major problem.
Jersey stand up.
I think it's interesting if you go back and look at the Super Bowl. The Chiefs were more committed to running the ball in that game than the Niners were. The Chiefs ran it 29 times. The Niners ran it 22 times. Damian Williams got 17 carries for 104 yards, and Raheem Mostert.
Did he really just emphasize what was that, 7 yards, seven carries? Did he just really Oh, I'm sorry. Your mic. I'm sorry. But
He be muting me, y'all.
I'm sorry. What did he say though? Anyway. Let's go ahead and finish this out. Wait, no, what you said? What you
He
heard?
said in 20. I believe it was 22 and 29.
I was kind of confused with. You know what? Let's go ahead and drop that back just a little bit. See what he said.
He said they're more
on that
committed.
game than the Niners were. The Chiefs ran it 2 times. Damian Williams 18 carries for 104 yards. I think is interesting. If you go back and look at the Super Bowl, the Chiefs were more committed to running the ball in that game than the Niners were. The Chiefs ran it 29 times. The Niners ran it 22 times. Damian Williams got 17 carries for 104 yards, and Raheem Mostert got 12 carries. So maybe there's a little bit of element of.
Yeah, that was my point. You're talking about 22-29. They ran 7 more plays, but the way that it seemed like it came off, maybe I heard it wrong. It's $2 Tuesday. Maybe that's the effect. But 7 carries is like a big difference. I can see if he was like 15 carries and
I mean,
but
it matters.
Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, who you got in the Super Bowl? Who you got in the Super Bowl?
Let us know in the chat who you guys are going for the Super Bowl. I am going to go with, because Pacheco is representing Violent, I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Like most people from this area, we're going to go ahead.
We're going to support Pop.
We're going to support Pop. Like,
I'm not wearing a jersey. I'm bleed green. But, I'm going to be rooting him on.
I can't lie. I was a KC fan back in the day. The funny thing is my mother is a Chiefs fan. She was a Chiefs. She loved anything that had to do with the woo, not red dot but feather.
You put
the Indians.
Listen, Winnie Boo bleeds green now, okay?
Anything that was the Washington Redskins and the Chiefs. My family. I have a lot of
the Commanders.
Native American is my bloodline. Like my bloodline is crazy. That's why I look weird. I'm black with European Spanish features. Like I had a bald head. I'm 6'1", 230.
Stop being nice.
Anyway, I'm just saying. Sorry, Pop. I was trying to steal your shine, buddy. I was trying to make myself somebody right now in this moment of clarity. But anyway, come on, let's go back.
Andy Reid saying, you're a run game guy. Well, let me show you how it's done. And there's one you mentioned earlier in the show, like, the Chiefs only have Pacheco, Kelsey, Rice. True.
And
what they could do, it'd be interesting. The Lions had some success with 2 tight end personnel, also 6 offensive line personnel, like heavy stuff. Wilkes wasn't really doing anything to counter it. And the Lions didn't have much of an explosive play action game to pair it with. But if the Chiefs try that, 3 tight ends, they have a lot of tight ends. They go 3 tight ends, pound the rock with Isiah Pacheco, and if the Niners finally put an 8th man in the box to try to stop it, wow, what a play action passing game the Chiefs could put together. It'd be a whole different thing. So it's not just can they stop Pacheco, but can they stop the combination of like a 13 personnel rushing attack with Pacheco and a play action attack to pair with it? That's going to be tough.
Okay. That's why I said
if you saw that
about him, even though I would love to see him in green, I think that the unity that he built with this team, from him being there, like they're good. They do their thing. They play off of each other. They play very well together. And when they don't, they acknowledge it and go 10 times harder.
And that comes from the Crimson Tempest.
Mira, Evelyn is staying green. Neither.
Hey, Evie, listen.
I know that's right, Mr.
All right, but listen, shout out to Pacheco, man. I just want to say shout out to him, man. That guy right there.
Yeah.
That guy right there is from Violent. Because the P.O.E Media Center, built from scratch, the head company, this is all about Cumberland County. This show, when you see us on these platforms that we expose to you guys, this is for you guys. This isn't for anybody else. We have other platforms where we do other things that we don't market to our natural fan base or what we would consider to be our family's hometown, because you know how it is when you coming up in your own hometown, people don't tend to respect you until they see some type of money or some type of materialistic thing that allows them to think that you are the guy. And then after you get there and doing your hard work and your due diligence, such as Pacheco, what's the first thing that people do once they realize that you done made it? When they realize you made it, they start coming to you and wanting your assistance and wanting your information, wanting your time and all of these different things. But you gotta also remember, it's like a dude that go to jail. If you wasn't rocking with me when I was in that eating oodles and noodles, went whamps and all that type of stuff, I mean, you can feel how you want to feel, but nobody don't owe you nothing. You know what I mean? Sometimes, hey, listen.
But shout out to Pacheco and doing his thing.
Shout out to Pacheco.
Listen, at the Super Bowl, I am definitely rooting for Kansas City, but I still bleed green at the end of the day. I understand where you're coming from. If I do. I do.
I'm not
but
even.
I'm gonna pick someone.
I tell everybody from the door, I am not a
You're not
fan
that
of
hard.
sports at all. I used to be into it like that, don't get me wrong. As a grown-ass man with other things going on, and to me, football, baseball, all that shit is, to me, is like, it's like
what?
it's like wrestling. All of it right now is like wrestling to me. Everything that's going on, especially when they allow gambling to come in. So, who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging.
Dave said, Reckless, it's okay. I have a lot of Alabama so-called Native American DNA.
Let me tell you something. You know what I learned about, well, you know, everybody say I don't even want to get into history tonight. We said we was going to chill. When it comes to facts about us as a people, and I mean all people, white, black, brown, yellow, whatever label, red, whatever labels that the white man placed on us to have colors instead of who we are, because you know we play under that color spell right now. But I mean, if you did your history, the Egyptians were already here.
I feel like everybody has a little bit of something. It's a mekla. It's a mix. You have a mix.
Listen, everybody ain't a child of God.
Facts.
Listen, I mean, I'm just saying.
Keep doing your thing, Pacheco. We definitely are supporters of you, even though we bleed green. We support you as well.
Yes.
And listen, just so you know, you have an open invitation whenever.
Talk that shit in Spanish. Talk to my Spanish community. The Spanish community don't understand nothing you say.
Déjame decirle algo a todo el mundo. Isiah Pacheco es un player, and I don't know how to say player.
You bilingual. Use that bilingual talk.
He's a good player. Es un player riquísimo. He is amazing.
See how dead she leaves the
You
air?
got all the race blood in you. Viste, Dad said it. He said, if you're black, you got all the race blood in you. And that also said Brazil Hatcher was shocked when he called her name out of violent homecoming after his first Super Bowl win.
Shout out to XO Breezy. Please go check XO Breezy out. She on TikTok. She bodying it. She another one from the town, bro. And she just happened to have that HBO bloodline. Hatcher Boy Operations, not a human body odor. I'm just saying, when we was growing up, that was 8. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yeah. What's going on, Ramage? You in the building? Okay.
You know. Okay.
All right, let's see what else we got.
What else we got?
On.
Okay, so how should I start? You know what? Let's just go ahead and go to this right here.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we pull this up?
So if you guys are not aware of what's going on, Chrisean Rock, who is the proclaimed baby mother of Blueface, who is Crip from over there in the West Coast. I mean, his music, I don't really hear him do music. He's doing more like, I don't.
He does do music. However, he's going in his live 1,000 times. He gets more from his live, in my opinion.
I mean,
but anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, listen, okay.
Chrisean Rock,
yeah.
baby mom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When I tell you, am I saying the word right? Tumultuous relationship. It is horrible.
Say what? What?
Don't make me say it again. I said it the first time.
Did you say tumultuous?
You know, like crazy.
Google it.
No.
I
don't want to. You're gonna make fun of how I say it.
I'm sorry.
Their relationship is stupid. Is that better? Stupid.
From a girl's perspective, why do you think this Blueface, Chrisean Rock?
He plays in both. He got 2 baby moms and he plays in both. Oh, I'm gonna make you jealous. Oh, I'm gonna make you jealous. No, I'm gonna make you more jealous, but I'm about to make you even more jealous. And both these pendejas play into it. Both these girls play into it. And now Chrisean went from having a tattoo de aquí, her neck down, with his face, to literally having his name up here as well. That's what it says in the top, Jonathan.
Jonathan is his name, Jonathan?
And now she's stamped for life. Look at her face.
Oh, it's looking. Oh, I'm about to say it looked like we froze over there a little bit, over there.
Look at her face. Like, make me understand this.
All right, fine. You want to hear what this girl has to say? Let's listen to the craziness that she has to say. Let's cut this off. I think we're gonna need a smoother beat. I need my country beat. Here we go.
She don't even deserve the country beat.
Listen to this shit though.
Chrisean Rock explains why she chose to get a face tattoo of Blueface.
Oh shit! I want to catch
I
that
want to
time.
first by starting off this whole live by saying, shout out to the real ones that fuck with me. Cause you bitches is mad that, you know what I'm saying?
That you a boo boo
Y'all
fool.
see the Kodak Black. He said it's real. The game. Who else? My motherfucking friends. Bitch, my like everybody with my motherfucking tech. You just mad that it's not you. What you talking about? All right, and then let's really get in the nitty gritty though. Let's really get in the nitty gritty. It's not fake.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This biatch is a bird. She's she's a cold bird. I
I don't
mean,
understand that.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Listen, by all means, whatever makes her happy, I am not here to knock what she feels is making her happy.
I am.
However, you're sharing it for the world to see and judge. Don't be, oh, you guys are mad. We're not mad at you. We're mad for you because you lacking it.
That's a woman's perspective. That was a good thing.
Why, after this man has dragged you countless times on live, everything, interviews he's done with the other baby mom and questioning, stealing your baby while you at a studio session, like, mamita, at the end of the day, Chrisean, I wish you all the best. I hope that one day you just have that bing. And if it doesn't click and this is what you want, by all means, as long as you're happy, mamita, and safe. That's all I care about. Happy and safe.
Safe.
Because Diana, she's not. She busted him in the head with a damn bottle. He was leaking. Afterwards, he goes live while she fixing the
they're both
thing.
toxic. They're both toxic. Go ahead. We'll just keep listening to the dumb stuff she might have to say or not say.
So I don't know why I keep saying it's fake. I just got it professionally done at a place where they do like some real good shit. 2, let's check the motherfuckers that just want. Actually, it's 109,000 motherfuckers in this live.
She got 109,000 people in her live?
That's what she said.
And I'm pretty sure it's all y'all that look like us is watching this.
Not for nothing, I had this discussion with someone at work, and what we said was, how do we know? And remember, I told you, he goes with this one, he goes with that one, he goes with this one, he goes with that one. But at the end of the day, we're only feeding into what they show us. We truly, really don't know. They could have their own little thing where it's like, yo, next week, I'm about to say this about you, I'm about to say this.
I agree.
Because not for nothing, they are a hot, trending topic. And it is all simply because they put everything on social media. But I truly believe that it may be a lot of just like a like clickbait, attention seeking, because not for nothing you keep giving them live. Oh, what's he gonna say live? Now the next thing you know, he's only on live for 5 seconds and got 200,000 people watching him.
But you know what? Back in the day when we were when I hate to say back in the day because when my family my parents and I was young, they used to say back in the day, I used to think that shit was like Jesus sandals. So I gotta watch how I promote this because now that I'm older, I realize that you don't get older. You just become wiser. Because you can't tell how old a person is unless they choose to let you know. Like I let my grays grow in sometimes because I get them. I've been getting grays early. I let them grow in sometimes, and I can cut it off. Sometimes when I cut it off and just the way I communicate, the way I handle myself, the way I am, people be thinking I'm like 34, 35, man, and I be like having them by 12 to 15 years. So I realize it's not necessarily. I don't know what she's talking about right now.
Viejo, my old man.
No, I heard. Yo, oh man, she got her rabbit ass Mizine.
It's a big gap.
Yo, she been trying to.
You ain't looking in your 30s. I'm looking in my 20s.
She been trying to lock me forever.
I'm in my
I be
20s.
trying to tell her though, like
I'm in my 20s.
I've been through some things. She be trying to lock me. I can't lie.
In my 20s.
That's why you can't do shows with hosts that find you attractive, because once they find you attractive, then it's I'm just saying.
Espérate, where's my thing? Womp, womp, womp.
Here, you want to do this?
Bullshit. A bullshit.
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 But she's pretending.
Vente, come on, finish her
Okay, fine.
little
Okay,
double.
fine. Let's get back to this Chrisean Rock little thing here.
Yeah, because I'm already tired of hearing her voice.
I don't even think y'all worth mentioning for real, for real.
You not no more.
Cause y'all need this clout. Y'all not even gonna never reach this on y'all live. Cause I was ready to dress a few motherfuckers that got their mouth just popping it. Like, what the is wrong with y'all?
You.
Me and Blue, we gonna give it another try. We realize it's not our happiest with anybody else. So all that shit he was doing was faking for some money. And then me, I was just trying to. It just never worked. So, back on my video. And you guys see me on the phone. He stays on the phone.
What was your reaction to, please? I seen the reaction. Go ahead and speak
What
on
she just said.
What's that?
He faking, and he faking it for the money. And didn't I just tell you it was bullshit? Bullshit.
And then she had the audacity to say that she was doing it, but it was hard for her to keep continuing to be fake.
This is why I said you cannot believe everything that is put out there. You can't. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who really is doing the puppet master strings. And guess what? For a long time, we thought we knew. We all be here like, yo, you ain't hear the latest, you ain't hear the latest, you ain't hear the latest. When
true.
this girl probably total nice, you know what I mean? Like, she probably was on whatever and just was like, let me go live and say this is that and the third because I'm tired of people saying I'm fake.
Do you think that's a real tattoo? She said like Kodak saying
I'm
it.
going to be honest with you. Because it's her, yes.
What is it about her character that she uses, that she is, or that she plays that makes you believe that?
From here to here, it's the face. Here, his name. I believe it's here, his name. Signature. Like everything is him. So.
Oh, shout out to Dave. Dave said, "Hey, Storm, you are very easy on the eyes." Dave, didn't you just tell us last week that you was easy on the eyes too? For what's that nigga name?
Gang.
The Medea.
Not que easy.
Yes, he did. He said he was at the airport. He said he was at the airport.
Looked at him like.
And Medea, hold on, what's his name?
Tyler
Perry. Yo, please go check out the last episode. Check out the last episode. Listen, you see him right there, Brother Dave Atkins. We call him Brother Dave. He drops the wisdom on us. We always quick to grab him up when he want to call in and talk. He's always dropping the wisdom. Him, Frankie D from Thunlight. Flashback dare to call in here. He already know what it is, but I like the fact that he just like to sit back and play the background. He just like to hit you with a text or whatever. But I mean, Dave, I'm saying no disrespect. She definitely is easy on us. She's definitely a beautiful woman. I'm glad to have her here because I'm not the handsomest man, and so she makes this all work out. I'm just that guy though. I ain't tripping. I ain't never been a light skinned brother with a light skinned ninja with green eyes and curly hair. Half of them dudes was going both ways. So I'm just saying. Anyway,
I'm dead.
I'm not in my. Okay, maybe I think I'm in my feelings. Let me go ahead and stop and just get into this because I'm not. But Dave, I'm not in my feelings. Believe me.
And he loves talking to his bitch. So that being said, y'all could just eat it for real because at this point,
yeah, like I'm done hearing her. I don't even.
Be sure to
we're out of
like,
here. We ain't got time for you.
comment,
We ain't even got time for you. We're gonna just jump over here.
We're gonna just jump over here. Minutes and
she had her chance, I guess. And
we can't save you.
We can cut that off. Let's just go. She's clearly okay. So
we're gonna pray for you, Chrisean.
Yeah, women are gonna pray for you, Chrisean, because I'm definitely don't give two. What y'all do? Get your money, girl. I mean, some people want to sell their soul. So their soul. At the end of the day, the young kids don't even know they're selling their soul because they grew up where fame will get you changed. Back in the days, it used to be like, yo, what you want, the money or the fame?
Listen, all money isn't good money. And not for nothing. Sometimes when you think oh, I'm gonna get this quick check. Let me do this real quick. This quick check. You wind up with a lot of negatives in your life.
I'm getting text right now. Let me see what's going on. Bobby Perry just texted me. Hey, Bobby, I'm live right now. What you mean, how my live going? Don't text me asking me how my live going. It's my live is on. Like, come on, brother. And listen, anyway.
Let's go to this Luce cannon.
Oh, I have to say this about Bobby Perry, though. Listen, I'm going to do an interview with him. This man has went to school diligently. He studies. He can break down science. He can break down the science of finances, corporation structures, and things of that nature, and help you get to where you got. He also has a platform where he divvies out classes. So you got to pay for his class or whatever. But he has a lot of relevant information that can help you. He's going to speak to you from the aspect of a 100% intellectual professional.
You got that right.
Okay. So I definitely want to give a shout out to him. Everybody knows I know the game. I know the business. I was raised in this music business. I was around the music business. I studied the business, and the way that I am and the way that I articulate my stuff, is when you don't have that education. I'm really good for that. I can speak to babies all the way up to super scientists. I've learned how to handle those algorithms of conversation. But this man right here, he can definitely give you some things. So check him out. Again, his name is Bobby Perry, and I'll throw the link in here. If you don't catch it on the live, I'll probably throw it later on because I don't want to do too much moving around. If he's watching, clearly he's not, because he ain't even know that. He gonna ask me how you gonna ask me how my thing going when I'm going live? This is crazy. Shout out to you, B. I love you, bro. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this loose cannon. Matter of fact, let me stop this. Let me stop everything. If you're not aware of who Loose Cannon is, oh, he's hitting me back. If you're not aware of who Loose Cannon is, Loose Cannon recently was on the No Jumper podcast, and he is a self-proclaimed Rolling 60 Crip who's out in the streets, out and about handling his business. And he spoke on some negative things about Big U. Let's see if we can jump into a little bit of this. Like I said, I mean, I'm not worried about the money, so I'm not worried about somebody taking ownership of this clip or whatever, because I am a host. This is what I do. I host everywhere. I host. Oh, by the way, I host shows. I host comedy. I'm a host. This is what I do. I talk.
He is a jack of all trades.
I'm a host of the hosts. Yeah. I'm a host, and you're gonna pay me because I've been doing this for too long for just doing this for free. Unless it's a Cumberland County thing, and it's about the kids. I care two left feet about old adults running around these streets. If we doing something for the kids, I will come do that for free, no problem. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump into what this man had to say. Let's go.
You ain't lied to me yet, because he's behind a lot that you've seen. You just should know it was him.
Okay.
We're gonna tell you off camera.
What kind of stuff?
He's behind a lot that you see on YouTube.
Again, this is I want to break this down because it goes directly right into Wack 100. This is Loose Cannon. I told you who he was earlier. If you don't know who Wack 100 is, he's the infamous Blood Not Blood who's always going on Pyru. That's Wack 100. I normally would give a man respect if I didn't have nothing on him, but I clearly know what's going on. So on Pyru, he's disrespectful to the hood. I'm just letting you know. He is not that guy.
Well,
but
then
listen,
before you get into that,
all right, let's listen.
You just say no, it was him. So I know he ain't no bull, but man, listen.
No, so
yeah, you gotta elaborate on this shit.
I got to, because at the end of the day, it's like dealing with, like, you know, when you're in hood politics and stuff like that. And well, let me go back where it first started, right? So I ended up whooping Molly Mall ass, right? Put it on camera. Guy named Big U. It's cool. They used to be brothers, right?
Then you talk about Big U and Molly Mall.
No, Big U, Molly Mall, and you.
Yes.
Molly Mall, who you're friends with.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Right.
Yeah, they used to be. They all.
Still my brother.
He put us on the phone together.
Still my brother.
Yeah. Molly Mall is a good dude. He just a scammer. So you know,
Molly's not a scammer.
Allegedly.
Molly Mall is a scammer on Chrisean.
You and Molly Mall
But they
is good.
cool. They still
No,
good.
me and Molly Mall is good.
He talks the truth, regardless
Molly's
they
not
like
a
it or
fucking
not.
scammer.
I fuck
You
with a
know
bunch
what?
of scammers.
This is what I'm gonna say.
Look,
All the business I've ever did with Molly, he always delivered.
No, have you ever seen
just do
Molly
music.
Mall produce a song?
He has the producers.
No,
I don't believe that he's talking about Marley Marl from New York City. But I haven't checked into Marley Marl. But this is gonna be some West Coast shit. Anyway, let's go.
Pooh Bear, nigga.
Pooh Bear is a writer. Pooh Bear is.
He makes the
Justin
studio
Bieber,
available. He provides the beats.
And then-
he demos them, and then when people pull up, he press play. I got a hit. The Game and Jeremiah joint.
No,
came from Marley.
he's just saying though, he just puts his name on things. He don't really do it.
A whole bunch of these producers
You
do
right
that.
about
That's
that.
smart. I
You
want to
know
start
that
doing
shit.
You right about
That's
that.
true.
That's a fact. Go ahead. We listen.
Okay, so basically, after I whipped Marley Marl ass for doing some bullshit, and then and Marley Marl would tell you, he was like, I was in the wrong, I was fucked up, I was going to jail, I was off drugs and stuff like that. I was just fucked up. So I don't know why I play with you like that.
I don't know that, Marley. I guess when I come around, I've never seen him do drugs or none of that shit.
Yeah. So
We're going to skip past a little
so
bit.
I
I want to
told
get to what he said about Big U, but I also want you to pay attention to Wack 100. For you to be who you claim to be, for all I listen, I gangbang like a mug. I'm in the mix. I'm not active, but I'm active, which means that like everybody know who I am. I'm past the point of having to claim a color. I claim as a man. I claim my brothers, and I claim from all different angles. So we gonna let's just cheat with this. Let's get to this.
Right?
Saying what?
They get at it. Ain't no saying nothing. But, hold on. So I call Big U.
Let's go back.
He like Luce Cannon. I say, what Luce? I say, where he from? Because I know it ain't him. Because Big U from 6-0. Ain't no way Luce get that Marley Marl like that. So when he say Luce Cannon, I'm like, from where? He like 6-0. I say, wait. That was Luce that did you like that? I said, hold on. So I called Big U. Hey, man. Why is Luce doing that to bro? Now you gotta remember, me and Marley do real business. I come get a beat from him. You know, I pay him for his beat, give him his points. We got to hit him and Game and Jeremiah came from Marley, right? So Big U like laughs the shit off, right? So I'm like, yo, bro, what kind of shit you on? I thought Marley is, you know what I'm saying? What kind of shit you on?
Yeah.
Right? So then, you know, he started to make mention of certain things, and I guess he must have called you back or called Marley back. He called Marley back and said, you called Wack? And told Wack, and at this point in time, Marley like, fuck me calling Wack. What's up with your homeboys doing me like that? You know, I didn't let your kids stay. I didn't did everything in the world for you. What's up with your... And at that point in time, I think Marley's light came on.
We ain't got time for all that. Ain't gonna sorry.
the only person that know what we did is it shouldn't even go for,
It's
My
fine.
$440,000. I wanted to get a
'Cause
dude back
it's
to 40,
late down
right?
here.
Because he was going to make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Okay, here we go. He's gonna start talking on Big U about Big U. If you guys are in the game, you know what I'm talking about. This is not really for you older heads. This is for all my young brothers. I got a lot of people that's in here from 16 all the way up. So I gotta get them. So they asked me to get them something to talk about. So
He went
let's
from
get to it.
$550,000 a year. They gave him a $440,000 bonus. We said,
Okay, so he's going
me
on
and
Big
you
U.
is the only person.
Let's go back a little bit. Come on, I know it's 49, 47.
But see, people don't understand. Like Big U, he got his name for dealing with like niggas like me. So it's not like he actually doing work or putting in work himself or whatever. He just
Weird to me.
did and then put his name on. Same thing like what Marley Marl do. Marley Marl act like he made this beat and take a picture in front of the studio, but actually he's selling you somebody else's product. You get what I'm saying? And you do. He finesse niggas. He acting
but is
like
that somebody's product? Because if Marley Marl provide the workplace, he provides the tools, and he say, yo,
And don't
I'm
give
gonna let
nobody
you
credit.
I'm gonna let you work here, and we're gonna cut this.
I gotta stop real quick, because before anything I do, I always gotta get a shout out to the chat. Shout out to Frank L. Trout Jr., Frankie D. He is in the building. He just gave some love. So shout out to you, Frank. I'm glad that you here. Listen, what I'm gonna do is, everybody already knows, by the way, I don't do the phone calling too much. If you have my number, you are definitely allowed to call in on the topics, break it down. And the reason why I do it like that, because when I go live here, this is for you guys, but when it comes to making a call and coming in, I'm exclusive. If you ain't been messing with me, then you ain't got the number. If you ain't got the number, then why would you be calling in? Why should I allow you the opportunity to call in? I mean, maybe I'm being a little bit overzealous. I don't know. It could be the fact that it's $2 Tuesday, and as you see me picking up a black cup, and then you see me picking up a white cup. So shout out to the black and white cups. Okay, sorry. Let's keep going.
This shit up. My influence is gonna bring the artists here to move the product. I never heard Marley say he did the beat.
But what kind of shit are you saying that Big U does that he then
Now pay attention to this white boy jumping in
You're
here.
talking about like street shit?
Yeah, they're like street shit. So basically, say if I go do something in the hood, right, and he knows about it, he'll tell everybody in the hood.
Like it's him.
So like it's him, but then they be calling me. It was like, cuz you just did this, and I'm like, cuz that's like some police shit. Because why would you be telling, if me and you is the only person that know what we did, it shouldn't even go between.
Are you woke, Luce?
Of course.
Are you woke now?
Yeah.
You know why he's putting it out there, right?
Of course.
He got to get that credit from that 7 Street contract.
Of course. So at the end of the day, it's like I realized, like, damn, it's 2023 and you got a BlackBerry. Like they didn't even.
How long have I been asking you about that BlackBerry?
Since 2015.
So that's the.
Let me stop you. If you don't understand, if you in the streets and you out here trying to make a living, you living in the wrong way. The reason why they bringing up BlackBerries, because BlackBerries are one of the most secure phones on the planet. This is what Barack Obama and the presidents use when they're texting. They use a BlackBerry. So just so you guys know, because I like to keep my young boys in tune while they going through the struggles like I did. Somebody didn't tell me all the game that I needed to have when I was doing the things that I do. I didn't have a leader for that. My dad and my family ain't into that type of stuff, and everybody from the streets actually broke it down. I learned on my own. But it's our job for guys like me, especially, and again, this is Cumberland County. So if you're in Cumberland County, then you should be able to understand what I'm talking about, especially if you are older, which means you're mature. I don't even want to say age, mature. You're mature enough to know how this game is really played. You done been behind the scenes and seen it. You done been in jail. You maybe had been through an experience.
Yeah.
Our job is to teach, to make sure these young boys don't fall in the same trap while they're going through the same trials and tribulations that we went through as a kid. You know, everybody doesn't do the right thing. But if these kids are out here doing the wrong thing, somebody got to teach them the truth. Somebody got to teach them the way, at least to stay out the mix. But whatever. This is Wack 100 doing his rat shit, though. As far as I'm concerned, I'm sorry for the curse.
The phone that he got.
Yeah, his name's in the contract. 7th Street Division issued him a BlackBerry as a police issue phone to report all gang violence in his grid area. And this is an annual contract. If he doesn't produce, then they take it. He's been having a contract.
I want to stop you again. Put a little music behind me while I say this. Just for anybody who doesn't understand about these programs, I'm not in California, but I'm in New Jersey. And what I can tell you is there are a lot of programs out here that the community, and a lot of times it's the ex-offenders, those who have committed crimes, acted crazy, was out here really playing for real. And man, shout out to Von J, because she one of them who is now doing her best to try to reconstruct the mind state of our children. So, you know, shout out to her for that. Aunt Tracy, Shabazz, Boozer, AV, and I said your real name because you also a prominent person when it comes to doing the right thing. But he going through his things too. So shout out to Vito Clapp.
Shout out to my brother.
But these programs that you see that's running around here now in our time is trying to produce. It's about these children, man. Is it who Buck Nice Buck got the? He got the restaurant, right? Is he the one doing the boxing out here? I gotta find. Hey, Nice Buck, I'm gonna get up with you too. I need to find out. I heard, I could be wrong, but I heard there's a boxing program, and I heard that you were running it. I definitely know you got that food on deck, nigga. But yeah, we're gonna get into that because we need that around our way. We need some of the guys like me and a lot of these other older guys that's out here who are influential. When you hear their names, when kids know your name, you have an obligation, especially if you got your life together, to at least talk to these kids and make this thing right out here. But these dudes right here, this Wack 100, man, listen, I'm gonna just show you why this nigga's a rat.
10, 11 years. He did such a great job. He went from $550,000 a year. They gave him a $440,000 bonus. We sent the contract. But listen, fuck all that.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get that? Oh, well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cause it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police shit. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because
this
I'm
is
his,
high tech shit.
I'm his right hand man. You get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? And then like one day,
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right? Because he was gonna make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course. He did that to when I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to that?
So
the club when you sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that because I called Ross. I'm like, Ross,
boy, this shit getting crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're gonna let Meek live on Crib. So Ross dropped off the 50,000, and so me and the homies we go back. He stopped answering the phone. He stopped picking up and shit like that. And we were like, what you doing? Like 2 days later, he called me. He was like, oh, nephew, where you at? And I'm like, nigga, where my money at? And he was like, oh, I needed it for bills. I needed it for... I'm like, what? Like, cause that's some weird shit. And then he stopped answering the phone because I'm trying to pull up on him. Like, bro, you got to come and see me. And then it's like, we were doing a TV show like a while back, right? And I'm on a phone. He FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like,
listen to this part right here, right? I just want you to listen to what he's about to say about Big U and Nipsey. I'm not saying this is even real. I just think this ain't gangster like. This ain't street like. And I ain't saying this is where you're supposed to live your life. But God darn, like at what point do you realize as children? I need the children out here watching. You 12-year-olds, 13-year-old, 14, because they the ones that's pushing now. 12 to 16 is the ones that's really out here working. Everybody else already earned their. These little young boys out here working. I just need them to know. So if you a parent from the city, please, if you gotta clip this one part and then send it to your child, let your child know that you up on game. Cause listen to what this so-called big ass. Let me bring his face back. Forget Luce Cannon for 1 second. We know what he's doing. Ain't no way in hell no real gangster gonna get online and be telling all somebody else's business. That's some rat shit. You don't do that. You don't do that. It can be politics. It can be in the hood, but you don't get online, especially on a prominent podcast, and then go. You basically trying to get a dude locked up.
But
so
isn't he doing everything he's saying old boy was doing to him now?
Break that down. What you mean?
He's like, oh, old boy was telling what I was doing. This, that,
What,
that,
Big
and
U?
the third. But ain't that what he's doing now?
And that's my point. I'm going. If first of all, for you to get on here and
it publicly.
Yeah, this is crazy. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you. We gonna go ahead and finish. I'm gonna rock it out because normally time I don't ever finish this out because they be long. This was 13 minutes, but we gonna go ahead and rock out. We got 3 minutes. We gonna rock the last 3 minutes and 22 seconds out. I'm gonna just go ahead and let this rock. Go ahead and listen.
Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, 6-0. I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got? Or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? That fuck you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, called Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yeah, and
you
we
like
were just talking on regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got that.
This is what you call wet snitching. Fuck that dry snitching shit. This is what you call wet snitching. This is what you call wet snitching. Forget that dry shit. This shit moist. Pause. Is that a Gucci word? This shit right here moist. This conversation right here mad moist. This moist snitching. Let's just keep going.
That call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you
and
just
30
never
minutes
knew.
after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So
all
you
on
think
the
he hit
TV
you a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early because the homie Shitty double back 3 times. You get what I'm saying? And first he shot him, boom, go into the alley, came back and shot him, boom. It wasn't good enough, and then he came back and he shot him again. But now it's like
how did he know?
Play.
Check this out. First and foremost, this man just said that Big U called him.
That's what he said.
Told him, damn, Nipsey dead.
That's what he said.
He's saying he didn't believe it. Well, he wasn't sure. He called Nip just to reconfirm.
He called his bullshit, like his bluff.
Right, and Nip answered the phone. But I want you to pay attention to what's going on next. And I need you guys, forget Luce Cannon for 2 seconds. I mean, focus on what he's saying, but pay attention to Wack 100 because this is where we going next, please. Because if you any type of real, any type of anything, I don't care. If you playing that game, there's a morality to it. There's a way that we're supposed to move. So let's go ahead.
Yeah, no, but
that's crazy.
It's deep. So it's like I don't know who to trust.
Now let me ask you a question. I heard this. I don't know how true it is. I heard that Shitty and Nipsey had a fight.
Yeah, they had
prior to a couple weeks before that.
They had a fight like a week before that. When they had a fight, you know, Shitty ain't known for fighting.
Yeah, not at all.
He known
not at
for
all. Yeah.
doing the other things. So at the end of the day, it's like Nipsey beat him up. Nipsey is what's like 6'4", 6'5". Shitty is like 5'5", 5'6". You get what I'm saying? Like frails. Like he get high.
So there was already some friction there.
Yeah, it was already friction because of like some police telling shit and.
Now let me ask you something, bro, because you know they gon'. I know you. See, you don't say nothing. You kind of like me in a way. You don't say nothing unless.
But the homies know. So it's like, it's not like I'm saying something that they don't know. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like you telling me, oh, I'm fucking with the police or whatever like that, trying to smooth your background out. So I'm like, on 6-0, I'm going to expose your buster ass neighborhood crib. And if a nigga take it any type of way, they could get at me or I'll pull up and get at them. It's like.
So you pretty much saying he called you, told you Nip got killed. You called Nip in a panic. He answered the phone.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear his voice, you like, well, Nip ain't dead. But you don't warn him what he said. 30 minutes later, you get a call after the fact, Nip dead.
Yeah.
You heard it. Wack 100 literally said, you called Nip. Nip answered. What did you say? Nothing. Not like, yo, heads up, yo, I just heard some crazy. I heard something crazy, bro. I had to check on you, make sure you was all right.
Let me ask you this because I need to put on some hard. I need to put on food for thought. Because this is deep. Based off what you heard as a female, what is your interpretation of everything you heard again?
I don't even think that it matters as a female or not. I heard what I heard. I have 2 ears like anybody else who is female, male, non-binary, whatever you want to call it, he, she, them, they, whatever. I heard what I heard. That's supposed to be your boy. Why you ain't say something to him? I know if somebody call me and tell me, yo, your girl just, I heard such and such. Word? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yo, Annie, what happened? What you mean what happened? No, I'm telling you, such and such just said XYZ to me. Think we thought something might be up. Why you didn't say nothing to him? Because he answered the phone?
If you guys are wondering why Pacheco runs so hard and do what the fuck he does, excuse my language.
Sorry.
Why he has that attitude and persona, that's also that violent thing. That's that Jersey thing. South Jersey where the grass is greener. we talk like this. You want to go ahead and get into this now, but this Wack 100 storyline?
And the reason why the clip was played for you guys, just so you can understand, was basically for you to understand, if you don't know who Wack 100 is, where he kind of like his how you say, like his status maybe, like what he is, you know what I mean? Like you, like, yo, you just said this to him, you said this to him, oh, you checked him in this, you checked him in that, damn, you real, you a real one. And then I scratched my head because then this comes out.
What did you feel about Wack 100 in the interview? We already break down.
You already
Luce
know how I
Cannon.
feel about Wack 100.
All right, but what was your interpretation of him allowing a person to come on the show?
I don't think that he allowed, not for nothing, I don't think that he knew what was going to actually be said from this guy. I don't think he did. But what I do think I don't think he knew.
Why you say that?
The only reason why I say I don't think he knew is because the way he sits back, looks at him, and I feel like he was kind of giving him the look like, yo, you might want to shut up.
I didn't get that.
I got that feeling because it was like of me thinking of what his status is and who he is. So I'm like, yo, he looking at him like, you know what? Who am I to knock this is your truth. This is what you're saying happened. This is you. I can't knock your truth. Right. You're telling your truth. But I am going to question your truth, and I'm going to dissect your truth. But don't let your truth be some bullcrap. But in the end, who are you to check him when this came out? And just go up real quick and for me in the comments.
In the comments?
Yeah.
Up.
I got to put my glasses on. Wack 100 used to be a cop churn manager.
All right, this is
from Ramid.
Ramid said it. He said, and I've seen some things about this.
This is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, only reason I didn't post that, or reason why I haven't said that, is because I am not 100% sure of that. I did see the picture that they put up, though. It did.
Listen,
the dude had, he
not
did
for nothing,
like a
and this is why I say allegedly, because allegedly, not for nothing, there are people who can just make up a piece of paper and post it online, and people can run wild with it. I believe if you do your due diligence and dig, do your due diligence and dig to find out if that is.
Why you being weird to me?
Is it true? Don't just go off of what somebody said and said, oh, you know what? Here goes this, here. Because I said this shot glass is the best shot glass in the world, I shouldn't be able to just sell out millions because that's what I said.
But this is marketing. This is why marketing, this is why fame has become.
You need to go do your due diligence and do your research. You have people making podcasts about it and not doing their research to see if it's real. Now, let me say this. The fact that it's out there is very interesting. And it could be, piquing some interest to the people who it needs to be piqued at. And they can definitely go further because, people dig and they will find.
You know what? I can't let this shit ride, cuz. How they say that shit? I can't let this shit ride, homie. We gonna go ahead and... Nah, let me bring that back up here. Let me bring that back up here. Where's that? We're going to take our time. We're going to find that. We're going to find out where that just went. Now, don't worry about that. Here we go. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and just listen to this right now, right? I want to listen to this. I want you to listen to this. This is 11 minutes and 6 seconds long. I'm not going to go through all of it. I don't think. I might, depending on the response. But yeah, we're going to tap into this right now. We're going to go see exactly what they're talking about when it comes to Wack 100, and then I'm gonna give you my conclusion at the end. Let's go.
Released by defended Money Mark and Stutter Box.
Let's bring this back.
Is this shot first cut? Remember I was trying to strike? Yeah, that's it. Need you. Like one. Calm me. All right. Dude that spoke on Shaq, he's completely right, because I was caught up in the middle of all that.
Well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
Wack 100, most famously known for arguing on Clubhouse, has been exposed as an confidential informant in paperwork recently released by defended Money Mark and Stutter Box. Before we play the recording of Money Mark, who was the main defendant in this case, confirming Wack is back, let's take a look back to when Wack himself spoke on this case and admitted to meeting with the feds and also saying they owe him a favor.
But once they hit my motherfucking home office, that's when they called the search office.
I don't know if
Because
that's
in
him.
the
I'm just
home
saying.
office,
It looked
they
like him though.
discovered
It don't look like him
the
though. At the
house,
same
the
time,
cars, and
I'm just
everything
saying.
they thought was up under my name.
I'm just saying, I don't know if
And
that's
how
true. I'm
that
not gonna
living
do that.
beyond the means excuse
Okay.
to come in there was all up under different corporations.
Wack is claiming that FBI did not know his house was not in his name before entering his home, and once they found his paperwork in his home office, they called off the search.
You lying.
Mira.
I know. It's the butt shot when he was laying butt. He was the other way, butt ass nigga laying on the towel, arguing on Clubhouse. Sucker.
How does the FBI not have this information prior to search warrant?
My attorney, we go down to the federal building on Wilshire Boulevard, right up to 405. We go up top. Now, I get up top, I'm tripping. Nigga, so when I tell the motherfuckers, hey, look, y'all raided my house. Y'all had motherfuckers cuffed up in my house. Y'all did all this shit, and y'all know damn well I was clean. Y'all embarrassed me. This, that. We filed in the suit. When we get outside with my attorney, 2 officers that's depicted in there came to the front of me and my attorney and said, hey, look, man, let this shit go. This shit gonna fuck. This ain't gonna look good on us. We didn't know you. That boy put us on you, right? But we'll owe you one.
Wack is explaining going down to the federal building tripping and
I ain't gonna lie. I had to like the L for this because this shit crazy. For all my youngins, you know what? My youngins probably ain't even watching this. We on Facebook. That's why I went Facebook Live, because it's most of the elders, the older people who go to Facebook. You want to watch your families. This is where the elders go. Even the great grandmamas is on Facebook. You know what I mean? The babies don't be on Facebook. The babies be. I'm just saying, like, no disrespect to the great mamas. I'm just saying that, like real talk, like. The kids aren't here. The kids aren't here all the time. This is really for the demographics of us. You know what I mean? And this is the Cumberland County thing. So please, again, I keep saying this. Don't think that your kids watch this already. You got to go ahead and share this to them. And if you got YouTube, what's that with YouTube Premium? You can just go ahead and clip it, but don't worry about it, because we will be clipping all of this and putting all of these things on YouTube real soon. So don't even worry about it. But again, I had to light it for this because this shit is crazy. This shit crazy.
Basically, the detectives telling him on the spot that Stutterbox told us on you. This seems a little odd that detectives would give up someone who is supposedly working for them name, and also beg to drop the lawsuit and let us owe you a favor.
And that's a fact.
Wack has told this story on several occasions, changing it up a little each time.
When I got up to the top floor, we went to go get my personal belongings, me and my attorney. When I saw the 2 women with that FBI flag jackets come out, the Stutterbox would always invite to dinner when we was eating at Stevie's on the Strip. That's when I knew what time it was. When we come off the elevator, I see a bunch of people in FBI flag jackets. Guess who one of the persons I see? The fucking female from New Orleans that asked about the 5 keys.
Sounds like a scene from Power. Was it 1 or was it 2 woman? Now Wack 100 decides to use his favor the detective promised him and calls it in. Listen to how easy it is for Wack 100 to get the information. These is words coming from Wack, and like he always says, the truth could never be considered disrespect.
I'm sitting back, I call my attorney. I said, hey, yo, call that officer. I need to have a word with him. Yo, didn't you say that Stutterbox is a cooperant for you? Yeah. Documented on paper. Yeah, documented. He's a CI. Been that for 6-7 years. You got the paper and all, whatever y'all use. Yeah, we got that. Okay, yo, contact this dude. Have them call Stutterbox to the stand. Yeah, I called it in that day, and I did sue. But
if you know anybody that tells you that is possible, let me change this real fast. Hear it from me. That's a goddamn lie. No, that's not even a goddamn lie. That's the devil damn lie. The feds will never tell you who their snitches. If you have watched 1090 Jake, if you have watched what's the other little black dude that came out and then he just disappeared all of a sudden from New York. I used to watch him all the time. That was my dude too.
The dreads?
No.
Don't do this to me.
Not him. It don't even make honestly, it don't make a difference. What I want to let you know, I did Fed time. I did 2 state bids, And I did a Fitbit. I'm not saying this to glorify anything. I'm just letting you know that I know what I'm talking about. Because if anybody that knows me knows that I am the type of person that will pick up a book and read it fast because I don't believe nothing that come out nobody's mouth. And I don't believe that everything that's in a book is true. But if you read enough of them, you can pretty much break down what's going on. You can take your circumstantial evidence based off of what you read or what you hear. Isn't that how the courts arrest a lot of us and convict a lot of us off of circumstantial evidence? And then 25 years later, they find out that DNA doesn't even match. There's no way in hell that this guy did that.
We're sorry.
So again, I'm saying that to let you know that even the toughest, roughest dandatas,
Even the
dandatas,
the best, the shatas.
when you get in front of them, listen, and this is for all my young boys out here that's out here working, doing their thing right now, and the old heads that still think they're young boys. Understand this. There is a big difference from what you see on TV and be real, and when real things are happening and you have to be real. When you get into these situations where they are telling you all types of stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all done watched enough 48 Hours or y'all done been on YouTube bored as hell and then watch these murder mysteries like all the women do. Believe me, the cops aren't your friends. The cops are telling you what they think it is because a lot of the evidence just automatically points to you, but they don't be knowing shit half the time. Most of the time, you just be quiet and just ride it out because you're going to jail. If they got you, you're going to jail. Doesn't mean that you're guilty. It means that you're going to jail and you got to fight for your thing. So
at the end of the day, you have to make sure you exercise your rights no matter what. Even if you're unsure, whatever, you know what, maybe if I just talk a little bit, know your rights and exercise your right to use a lawyer and discuss it with your lawyer before going forward. Because how many times have we watched cases where they're sweating in the interrogation
Can I hit this
room?
button? Matter of fact, I'm going to play the song. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's like something that you automatically are like, oh my God, you know what? If I could talk to the cops, maybe I could talk my way out of it. And, you know, explain to them that, you know, I really wasn't there. It really wasn't me. And they build a case against you, send you to jail, and then, oops.
The police are
we're
not
sorry. It wasn't
your
you.
friends.
That's hard. And that's hard to come back from because at the end of the day, you can get your name stained just off of something that you really didn't do. Remember the guy? Oh my God, the episode where the guy, they accused him, if I'm not mistaken, they accused him of a murder. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yo, I was at a baseball game with my daughter. I did not, like, there's no way. And he had no proof. He didn't have it. He was just enjoying a baseball game with his kid. And guess what happened?
What's that?
The ball was hit. A ball was hit in the section he was sitting in. And guess what was captured on camera for us, maybe a couple of seconds? Him with his daughter.
Blessing to him.
That one piece of evidence is what saved him. Now, don't get me, I don't want to quote the case completely because I don't remember. I just remember the episode.
Right.
I don't know if he was convicted and then set free because of the video.
Right.
But I know the video is the only thing that set that man free.
Kind of like, what was that movie we just watched in his...
The one with the daughter?
No.
Postcard Killings.
No, it was one of those...
Postcard Killings was good. If you haven't seen it, go watch
Postcard
it.
Killings was good.
That was
good. It was good.
We were like...
I can't lie. Postcard Killings
that
was good. It was pretty good.
That was good.
Man, see, I lost my train of thought. And plus, looking at Wack 100 in this position, I'm not going to waste my time. We're going to go ahead and get right back into this because the whole point is what I'm saying to you is this dude is screaming that he's a Pyru, on Pyru. The other guy screaming he is a rolling 60 Crip under Big U or ran with Big U or Big U right-hand man, right? You guys need to understand that this stuff that's on TV, if it's gangster, it's not real. Because gangster stuff is not on TV. Let me bring me up here. Gangster things are not on TV. If anybody who does gangster things, and in 2024, we think gangster things are shooting somebody or killing somebody or in front of other people. We think that we have to make a mark in order to prove our manhood, I want to say.
Let me go on Facebook Live and make sure everybody sees it.
Exactly. We have that type of nutty stuff going on. Or we commit a crime in a place where we know that there's cameras.
At the end of the day, you shouldn't be committing any crimes at all. However, if you find yourself in a situation where you put in a place that you have to defend yourself, it's like I always tell you,
Facts.
everything is a case-by-case situation.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we don't condone violence. We do not support it. We're speaking on different things that people are putting out there and saying, you know what? This is what I'm about. This is what I stand on. And I'm about my business. And then you have something like this come out and you're like, but are you? You can't with the picture. I can't. Are you though? Are you? Because you look real gangster right there, you know?
Now, I got to say this, though. I'm going to say this because I'm still alive and I live in a world that only progresses. It doesn't digress unless you digress it. But the world in real time is going to always progress. The only way it digresses is within you. So I'm going to say this.
Yeah, that's true.
Because as far as I'm concerned, I lived by the rules for real. I did as best as I could. I wasn't always perfect, but I lived by the rules. I'm not in the game no more. I stepped out of that game. But don't get it twisted. The connections and that love and the relationships that I have are still there. And they're just as strong as anything that we can throw up, if it's a flag or a color or anything. It's called relationships and friendships. So I do want to say this, right? And I'm saying this directly to you. The only way that you're going to be the best that you can be is to be an individual. Be you. Right now, y'all growing up in the age of being drug dealers. Excuse me. I did not mean to lie on y'all. We grew up in the area of being drug dealers. Y'all grew up in the area in times of being drug users. And don't get it twisted. I was not the best drug dealer. I never was a good drug dealer because I love everybody, yo. I love everybody, yo. I done fucked up so many packs. I done had to get jumped on packs and shit like that. I'll never make it seem like I didn't have to go through things, right? I'm just letting you know that I done been through it all, good and bad. I done had the best stories that you can think of, and then I had the worst stories you can think of, bro. I done actually been through. I'm saying this to you guys, and I remember this is for the people that I live around, and anybody that's watching this, for you too. But I'm from Cumberland County, and so I do this for my town. I do this for them because this is where my kids grow up. This is where my grandkids grow up. These are where my friends in high school grew up. That if I haven't seen you today, you're still my friend. You didn't do nothing wrong to me. I have no hatred and none of that in my heart for anybody. But the reality of it is we still live in a world that is progressing. And the kids right now, our children, are growing up in the age of being drug users. And the drugs they're using take away their emotion. And then they have more guns than we could have ever imagined when we were growing up. So just imagine you giving a distraught kid some drugs, some guns, and some music for their age and their limit. Like we grew up, we had, my parents, they had Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they had, what else they had? Earth, Wind, and Fire, Stylistics, and all of that. And then we grew up, we had the KRS Ones, but I grew up with the KRS Ones, and then the X-Clans, and the Poor Righteous Teachers, and Public Enemy. Shout out to Poor Righteous Teachers, that's that Jersey thing, Trenton. And then it transformed. All of a sudden, the
but
industry
it's
went
always
gangster.
Transforming.
Right, but
it's always transforming because at the end of the day, back in the day, there was no blatant. And when I say back in the day, I don't mean my era, and I'm not talking about your era, and I'm going even further back than that.
Okay.
Music was music.
Break it down.
I can put something on and put on.
We're putting something to think about back on.
A variety of music.
Nope, I gotta go. Hey, girl, because this is getting this is getting too sad.
Let me see this. Espérate. All right, let's finish here.
All right, let's get to
Dad was saying in Dr. King, Malcolm X, high game, low game, ninjas comes in all places.
Right.
Okay. Dad also said that sound like bullshit.
Time out. Let me go back to my.
When you murder a stand-up brother who did good things in the community, okay? Then Dave said, Reckless World 7, I only hope that young people get a clear message about street life too. Heavy. Peace. Uncle Frank said it has nothing to do with age or whether the elder people use social media to communicate. We were there from the beginning of social media. We just find Facebook mutually and easy to navigate. Cold hard fact, peace. That is a fact. I like that.
It's a fact for the older people. That's why I said that, because the elders are there. The kids, they ain't really on Facebook. They're coming there now just to see what we talking about.
And also, we have to shout out at the Uncle Frank, because he says something to think about. It is available now. Make sure you go and check out Frankie D and Flashback. You heard me. Frankie D and Flashback. Deeper and Deeper. Sunlight Productions and Publishing Company. Okay? 2024. You heard it.
They kind of old school. What I'm gonna do is for them though, because this is the family. This is family, so it's not even about do it for them. It's do it for us.
And
they will be on Apple Music and stuff. Then it's been private for a while, but I just wanted to put that out there for them.
And they've also said, hey, Frankie D, what you stated is is true. Simply seems to work for me. This sounds like a reality TV show. It's a sad situation. Oh, and shout out to Mrs. Chow in the building.
Miss Juanita.
Hey,
Hey, I need. Love you, girl.
Thank you, mamita.
Okay, so listen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump back into finishing what was going on, because we gave you a little bit of context. We'll go ahead and finish it up before we end out tonight. So let's just jump back over here real fast to that good old Wack laying on his back facing us instead of the opposite way last time. I'm sorry to stop that. Let's just stop.
It don't go with SMS.
But I used the card and that was it.
Stutterbox alleges that Wack 100 was caught on a wiretap with Dale Dog conspiring to commit murder. This is why his house was raided and led him to working with the police's back. Stutterbox explains to Juice M's that Wack gave up his address.
His house got raided because he was on the wiretap with Dog, you know.
What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Wack, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
and he
call
won't take
Dog.
your call. And I sent it to you. And he said
I talked to Dog. I talked to Dog. That whole Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. Nigga, I was a victim. Nigga, I was a victim. Nigga, I was a victim.
There you have it. Wack admitting to being a victim on the case, talking to Dale Dog, and also saying Money Mark was completely right.
Dude that spoke on Shaq, he's completely right, because I was caught up in the middle of all that.
Stutterbox said you in my paperwork on wiretap, right?
So Stutterbox confirmed that Wack was included in his paperwork.
On the Main Street.
On the Main Street case.
Which he wasn't charged. But this guy is saying the only person that was arrested
was Cash Jones.
If Greg's credibility hurts the findings of the entire task force or not?
Well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
When you get to discovery, was part of that the actual wiretap? The whole transcript. I got the whole transcript. The whole transcripts of the whole wiretap. And do you in that paperwork? Do you see your conversation with Cash Jones in them transcripts?
That was the initiating. When they started recording.
Right. And Cash Jones.
In the paperwork they put him as. Now the paperwork they put him as Back. BACK. And I kept asking
the Wack boy in a minute.
The lawyers like, who the fuck is? I ain't talked to no Back.
Nasty.
And they
way.
said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him in Back because he a blood. So
wow.
Okay.
Was this Back also referred as confidential source number 2?
I gotta stop it. This is another thing for you young boys to think that don't understand. Big bro here for you. The feds, the cops, the state boys, whoever is on the side of protecting the community, and you're on the side of doing what you need or what you feel you need to be doing at your time, and it goes against what they're doing, they are not your friends. They don't care about you whether you're snitching or not. They don't care. They can put CI1, CI2. But if it's on you and you know the conversation you had, how hard is it for you to know who it was that told on you? It's not hard, right? Then they have these games to where, listen, let me just tell you, right? The best thing to do when you get arrested, when they call you and they say that if an officer brings you in, you're called in to come in, and I'm not supporting negativity, because this happens to people who are innocent, and they think that they don't have anything wrong, and they're coming in here just to do whatever, even to be a good citizen. But sometimes the odds can be on you. So I'm not picking sides or none of that shit, because I don't want nobody to think like I give two hells about none of that. I live it for real. So I know what I would do. But what I'm saying is, they're not your friends. If you're on the opposite side, if they're bringing you in there till you're not arrested, they just want to talk to you. Once they start asking you questions that you feel might be looking towards you because they say you're not a suspect, but the first thing they do is they're trying to clear you as being a suspect. So you are a suspect. So at the moment that you become a suspect, the moment that you get called in to come talk to these people and you're a suspect, just even if you're innocent, get yourself a lawyer. Don't let them tell you, even being innocent, that you look guilty.
Your right to plead
Exercise your right.
Exercise your right to
even
have
if
a lawyer.
You're innocent.
Just
even
do
if
it.
you have nothing to do with it. Even if you are a bystander that's actually telling, okay? It is best for you to have a lawyer, because, and the reason I say have a lawyer is because most people don't know the law. If you knew the law, you don't need a lawyer.
But at the end of the day, if you was doing what you're supposed to do, you wouldn't need a lawyer anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, you know what?
We don't support
Fine.
violence.
I was getting veered off in how I feel,
We don't support
because
violence, and we do not condone it. We are just simply delivering a message that has been relayed.
And I'm giving you personal experience,
and we're giving you our own interpretation.
I'm giving you mine for sure. I'm giving you mine for sure, because I've been on both sides of the fence, and I'm still alive. And really, it's only one side of the fence I play on. I don't believe in the system. I don't think the system has anything good for me. Wants anything good for me. The system has something that's beneficial and good for them. And as long as I follow their rules, then they don't mess with me. But if I don't follow their rules, they're coming to get me. But if anybody that's grown now understands that these rules were never designed for you to be fruitful and multiply and live the life that you're supposed to live. You live the life that they say you're supposed to live while you're living with them.
You live the life that you choose to live.
You know what? I like you said that, because at the end of the day, all this shit really comes down to just schooling yourself.
It is your choice at the end of the day to do what it is that you do. I cannot make you do it. Things can influence you, but at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own actions.
I digress.
This is what we do, you know? This is what we do.
That's nasty work. We don't even need to play no more of that. You got...
Met him with the homie stutter box. That's how I first came to meet Wack, was through the homie stutter box, right? When I met him, dude was driving trucks, seemed to be cool. Box was like, yo, this was his neighbor across the street. He seemed to be cool. When Stutterbox defected, Wack picked up the phone and was basically being the interim, the middleman, because he was telling me Stutterbox was defected, and I was like, okay, but my whole thing is, if he defected, why are you fucking with him?
Right. So he says that Stutterbox defected, and then you get some phone calls asking to speak to someone else, right?
Yeah, he called me. He called me, man. It was, man, a series of calls, 4 or 5 calls. He wanted to reach out to the homie, rest in peace, Dale, though. And I don't give out nobody mad.
Right.
So I called the homie, Dale, dog. I'm like, yo, homie, you want to holler at this dude or what? Because he keep calling me. And he was like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't want to holler at dude.
So at some point you get a
Oh, you don't want to do no hollering?
Not now.
And when he contact you, what did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Dale Dog, rest in peace. And he wanted to give Dale Dog some information that he had gotten from Stutterbox, right? It's like he was getting information from Stutterbox on what his plan was and what the
pretending to be the middleman.
And he wanted to talk to the homie and talk to him. And Dog wasn't getting on the line with him. And he kept blowing me up because he wanted me
get them on the line. Smart man. Rest in peace to Dale Dog, man. So he's talking about the phones is being compromised.
I just want to put this out here, right? Because I'm not even going to play no more of that. We about to end this out. It's already 8 o'clock. We went a half hour past what we would normally do, but it was a great conversation, so we did it. But due to other circumstances, we're going to go ahead and cut this out now. But I'm going to get my conclusion, you get your conclusion, and then we'll go ahead and end this out on everything we spoke about today.
Go ahead. I have something to say.
For me, for the streets, the reason why I'm such an advocate for it, because I have fell victim to the program at some point in my life, and I just want people to understand that, and I want parents, children, grandparents. As long as you're alive, you still have the opportunity to change. It's not for the youth to do it. As long as you're alive, it's for every last one of us to make a stand. One at a time, we will become a what do they like to say? Circumstantial evidence, a reason for change. If enough of us stand up, we will become circumstantial evidence for things to change. And I believe, I'm just like I said, for Cumberland County, I'm one of those ones who will advocate and stand there for you. I don't know what's going on out in the streets. Like you said, I'm really not from here. So I always look for the invite. Call me, ask me. I will not reject you. But yeah, I'm not going to put my face and put my name and stuff in places that I'm not wanting to be. But at the same time, I do what I do on my own, because I don't need a group to produce good things and good thoughts. And I put that on me, my family, and my children as they grow up and go through the same things, and make the decisions they make. We're still here as their parents, and we still have to go through it with them. We have to make things right. So as parents, we have to get this thing together for our kids, because I'm like everybody else. I got a breaking point too, and God forbid something was to go down that you can't take back. You only know how far a person to go when you put them there. And so rest in peace to that. And as Wack 100 and the Luce Cannon, listen, if you are a gangster on any level, there's no reason why you should be doing a video with real guns. Just because you put prop guns on there, they analyze the videos.
You shouldn't be doing it.
As the youth, I'm just telling you, you just seen it already. No, we seen so much of it with King Von. We didn't seen it with, you see what's going on with Finesse 2
That's why I feel like we should definitely be giving that
Brazy.
message of, listen, at the end of the day, even though it is a trend, and even though it is something that you see, and you know what, oh my God, I see this, I see that, you know what, I want to get, he got 1 million views, why can't I get 1 million views if I do the same thing? At the end of the day, be you and be different. Don't fall into the stereotypical person, because not for nothing, I find more interest, and this is just me saying it in how I feel, I find more interest when you're more unique and different than what I'm seeing and what I'm consistently hearing. I'm tired of hearing a lot of the stuff that I hear. I want to hear something new and different. And not everybody gives it because they feel like, but at the end of the day, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. And when we're not right if we don't do this, and we're not. No. At the end of the day, be you. And be who you are, and be true to it, and stand on it. Stand 10 toes down.
Can I say this too?
Go ahead.
As a parent, remember when you were a kid, when you were growing up with Daz Effects and Poor Righteous Teachers and Two Live Crew, and when we were growing up with our music, and our parents just look at us like we were crazy and tell us no, we couldn't understand it. Remember, your kids are in that same mind frame.
Yeah.
There's a point in time where children and parents don't match.
No.
But those that are out there in the streets, out there still with the children, I'm their 30s and their 40s and their 50s, they still living that life where a lot of our kids like to go to. Just be that old head that even if you live in that game, that you get them proper information and proper guidance. Don't allow our children to end up in places that they don't need to be. Because for me, being in a small town community, and shout out to these cities, because it's the same thing, it's just more people. But do you know what it feels like that for parents that we might have been friends, but our kids are shooting each other? There are parents out here who have lost children, and their brothers and the cousins or the dads or the moms know the parents, because we're not doing the communication that we need to do to help our community. Cumberland County, we so proud of. You see, we just put up there earlier about Pacheco. Let's go ahead and put that up now. This man went through the tragedies, though. Why do we want our kids feeling like they need to go through something like that in order to be successful? We're right here, right now, in real freaking time. It's nothing. We see each other at Wawa, Walmart. Come on, we got kids. So, it's like, I can't even end now. I need to just make sure that point is come across to our community.
At the end of the day, if you do, and I know it's my favorite word to say, but it's a fact. If you do your due diligence and you exercise every avenue you have to support and direct whatever youth you can, reach out. Sometimes all it takes is just that message. Reach out to them. And I say that because you have no idea how influential you are to the
community.
But not only that, like the generation behind you.
True.
And you want to leave something. It's not just about knowing who your name is. Yeah, I can know who your name is, and I know you for this, that, and the third. But know me for who I am now as well. Because at the end of the day, I have to wear who I was. But that doesn't define who I am today.
Sure indeed.
And understand that everybody has their trials and tribulations. Everybody has their own ups and downs. But at the end of the day, it's about what you do with those ups and downs and how you grow and learn from it. And at the end of the day, make sure that your mark, your legacy, and what you leave behind is something that people not only want to think about, give them something to think about, but also give them something to talk about. You know what? I know who, and I'm going to give you an example. I know who Reckless is. Yeah, that's what, I know this. Really? You know who Reckless is? What he said last week. Because not for nothing, Reckless gives you a lot. And he tells you all the time where he's at, where you can find him at, and what he's doing now. Don't just go off of what you heard before. Understand what you heard before is who Reckless has been, can be, and don't test because will be. However, there's a different side to him. Learn it. Think about it. You hear something you want to know something about, he says it all the time. I keep connecting. Reach out. He may know somebody who knows somebody to point you in the right direction to be the best you and grow you in the way you can if he can't give it to you. Because 9 times out of 10, he can. And it's not saying it just to big you up and say, I'm just giving you the example because he's sitting right next to him. I'm going to tell you, it's something to think about. You give yourself as an example all the time. You did 2 state bids, a Fed bid. You've been in the system for stuff that I know you think about now, and it's like, really? Something to think about.
Yeah.
He preaches to the youth, and he preaches the way that he does because he believes wholeheartedly that at the end of the day, he's going to reach somebody and somebody's going to hear what he has to say, and it might be that wake-up call that you might need in that moment. At the end of the day, like I said before, you are your own, basically you're your own worst enemy. Be better. And I tell my kids this all the time. I preach it to my son. God bless him. He is in the army right now doing his thing. And when he called the other day, I was so happy to hear his voice. But at the end of the day, he's doing what he needs to do. And it's what he needs to do. He's doing something different to show his brother and his sisters you can be different. You don't have to walk
Shout out to Bebo.
You don't have to walk the same path, but you can
Julio, get at me.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, do what you're supposed to. Reach out to whoever you can, and also let the youth know in a very positive way you are there for them, and support them in moving forward and creating something better than what either you had or what you weren't able to achieve. Guide them to be the best them that they can be. And that's how I feel about our episode today on the podcast.
Yeah, so we ended it up, we wanted to make sure, you know what, all this is not really pre-programmed of what we're going to actually say. We just picked up.
No, to be honest with you,
yeah,
it's raw conversation with us. And that's one of the things that I love the most, because at the end of the day, he's a Gemini, I'm a Gemini. At times, our polar opposites be out and we don't agree on a topic, but the point is in being able to bring somebody from who who sees it in my way and somebody who sees it in your way to be able to maybe see it the opposite way and be able to talk about it. If you can't talk about it and have a civil conversation and a good debate about it, and at the end of the day be like, yo, that was great, I still feel how I feel, but I heard you. Like, something
Each
to
one
think
teach one.
about.
Anyway, yeah.
Thank you everybody for always tuning in. Thank you for everybody who was on the live with us today and chatted in and talked back to us and who shared the live. Shout out to Flashback, Frankie D. Shout out to Juanita, Mr. Dave. Shout out to Ramid. Ev Love was definitely in the building from the beginning. Shout out to everybody else, if I missed you, that was in the chat and that said what they had to say to us. But more than ever, we appreciate you guys.
Oh, yo, make sure you go and share this because, yeah, we had a great time. But like we always do, we give entertainment. Listen, how do I always say it? Do you know it by now? Do you know the logo? Let's see if she knows the logo. Hold up. Let's see.
Which one?
The only one. How does the podcast start?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Hold on. Give me. Hold on. Chill,
yeah, let me get the beat.
Hold up.
You see how he be doing me, Dave?
No,
Dave,
no.
you see how he be doing me? I reach my back.
All right, it's on you.
What's going on, everybody? This is the P.O.E. That's right, I said the P.O.E. Not pod, but P.O.E. P.O.E. Providing official entertainment, providing official education for people of the earth.
My point. You see what I'm talking about? That's why I be telling y'all, listen, people be watching this rock together, they be like, oh, it's just them two. No, it's not just us two. She got her own. She's supposed to be running Thursdays. I got
Listen, make
Tuesdays.
sure you tune into Thursday because at the end of the day, I have something so juicy and good. I'm going to give you guys a great topic to talk about. And
murder mysteries, because that's what all y'all women talk about. 48 hours of murder
so
mysteries to kill your man.
No. However, what I am talking about, you know, I love my murder mysteries. I love to hear them. I love to hear how people were in their mindset of thinking of why they did what they did, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I like when it is something you did not expect. Like, you're like, yo, where did this come from?
If you have any type of female around you that is into what she just said, don't wife her. I'm just telling you. Don't just be a good friend because they will kill you. Back to the scheduled program.
How you gonna say that?
I'm just telling you.
You know how
the
he
same
be
way I
saying
just told you I did all that time.
Pause.
I'm just saying. I did a lot of time. I know. I know.
No,
She
you
real.
are so.
Yeah.
We're gonna blame it on the black and white cup. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, we out of here. You already know what it is.
Let me see the last couple. Espérate.
Oh, yo, shout out to Will. Will just jumped in the chat. Oh shit, hold up. Let's give a shout out. We love to give shout out to those who jump in here. Yeah, that first 48, Will. All right. You know what I'm talking about. If you listen, time out. Hold up. I have to change this.
Ignore and outperform them. You see, while you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level.
Serious.
You keep gossiping and I'll keep working.
Oh!
You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. You keep focusing on everything and everyone else and I'll keep working. I'll keep working. Finally look around at where you are.
Where you are.
I'm at.
Where I'm at.
You realize that you have
what you gonna realize?
Nothing left to talk smack about. And you lose, and I will win.
Win.
No problem. Welcome.
Win. Okay. This is what we started off with, so this is what we'll end with. Welcome to the P.O.E. That's right, I said P.O.E, not pod, but P.O.E, P.O.E, providing official entertainment, providing official education for the people on Earth, and as we know, everybody on this planet, not from this planet. Tonight we have a great show. Isiah Pacheco, Chrisean Rock, Wack 100, Luce. We're doing the religious stuff. That's what we're doing. So they just want to talk about some random things and get their brand going. So let's talk about it. Peace. See you soon. Woo!